You guys play the game My Singing Monsters?
Welcome back. Episode number 12 of The Meadow.
Jacob Bueller here with Garrett.
Yep, he said it. Thank you for that.
Yep.
That's who is here. Jacob and Garrett, my future roommates.
It's not our first time on this podcast.
As you can tell, he is very comfortable,
the whole
very
intro.
relaxed. He has actually made his own intro, his own script for this.
Can you tell us?
Yeah.
So they're going to college soon. They're going to college.
We are. Dylan's leaving Saturday. I'm leaving on Monday.
Yep, Saturday morning for me, Monday morning for you. It's going to be fun. It's going to be an adventure.
They're going to be roommates.
We are.
Are you guys looking forward to that?
Are you nervous? I noticed as the days have been closing in, I've been getting like more and more like kind of sad.
I don't know that I'm like, okay, I guess
like Sierra College is creeping into my life more by the time day and day goes by. I'm like, I really want to go to
like I'm thinking about it more and thinking like, oh, I'm going to miss like these people, like my family, friends. But I'm also, as the time gets closer, I'm thinking more about like, oh, I'm going to be able to wake up and go to a dining hall before my class and then hang out with my friends. And I'm thinking.
If you didn't know, there was lightning.
Yeah,
Continue, Garrett.
Yeah. So I'm thinking more and more about like meeting new people and having a organic experience there rather than who I'm going to miss because, you know, I'll be back here soon.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking about also, that like it might be scary that we're walking into like a new chapter in our lives, but we're literally coming back here with like within the next month and a half, like for Thanksgiving, and then a month after that for Christmas, and then spring break, then summer. Like I think we're going to be gone, but also we're going to be back plenty of time, so it'll be good.
For a while, it's going to feel like a home away from home. Like this is still going to feel like, oh, this is still home. And then over the course of 4 years, it's going to become more of like this is where I live now, and I'm going back to visit my parents, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I think, at least. I had no idea because I've never gone to college.
That's the way you think of it?
I feel like at first it's going to be like, this is still going to be my home. It's going to, like, how did you say today? You described it as like being at summer camp or something, you know?
Yeah.
It's like going to feel like that because it's going to be like in a dorm with somebody else. But then
you think as the years progress, then it's going to start feeling like home, or even as the months progress?
I'm sure you're gonna like get into your city and your community. You're gonna know a lot of people. You're gonna know like where your classes are. You're just gonna feel really comfortable like with everything there. You know?
I wonder how many people
There's more lightning
stay
again.
in the college town that they go to. Like, I wonder how many people like raise a family, live there.
Well, I feel like obviously it depends on a lot of things. Like if you like meet your future like husband or wife there, but I know like because remember Udi, who went to Cal Poly as well, and he still goes back from time to time and visits. So I think that even if you don't stay there, it still has like a place in your heart because it was your home for a amount of years, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Some more than others, some less than others.
Yeah. I mean, it depends. I think that you get out of it what you put into it. So I think that, I mean, Dylan really wants me to go with him to like parties just to meet people and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that is important to put yourself in there. And you will meet people, you'll find connections, and that'll make it more comfortable, and it'll make you have a better time.
I think that first week it's very important to go to parties and like put yourself out there, because it's like, I'm not talking about any of like the drinking or drugs or anything like that. I'm just talking about meeting people, you know, just kind of putting your character out there, showing people who you are, and then you can make friends. Maybe you meet your best friend like the first, because I think the whole first week is about just having parties and stuff. And I'm not saying like parties like, woo! I mean like group gatherings and stuff like that.
No, yeah,
like
absolutely.
Kickbacks, whatever.
Oh, Dylan? Yeah, no, I think it's important. I'm excited, although I am, you know, well, Dylan, you haven't even started packing it, have you?
No, I gotta leave in a day, and I haven't started packing. So I don't know when I'm gonna pack.
Honestly, like,
oh, AC unit.
That was scary.
Kicking in.
It's kind of like, for me, it wasn't hard. I just kind of looked around my room and thought about what I would need.
I don't think it's going to show up on the mic.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Wait, no one talk?
Yeah, no one talk for a second? Nah, we're good. It's not going to show up on the mic. There's no way. That's you, Garrett.
Dang it.
When do you leave, Jake?
The entire time, for the next 55 minutes, it's just like.
Everyone's like, dude, I can't handle this.
I hate this podcast guy.
Gotta get off that podcast.
So when do you leave?
Anyway.
I'm repeating his question because he didn't answer it.
Oh, I was talking about that man. Anyways, it's kind of a emotional subject. I leave. I don't leave.
Because he's staying here for 2 more years, which I think is very
Yeah,
smart.
I'm just staying here at community college for 2 years, and I get to live with my family. So it's like a home at home instead of like a home away from home like these guys. It's a home at home. Because
Hey, financially, great option.
Financially, emotionally, maybe not socially,
what the? I guess I meet people at community college.
I guess. But I think
There's a lot of weirdos
you're
there,
surrounded by people that you already know, kind of, no?
A few.
I feel like you meet
A lot of people are leaving.
but when
Oh.
What were you saying,
but
Garrett?
I feel like you just like when you don't immerse yourself into a new community.
What is that noise?
The leaves are going
That
crazy.
is picking up hard.
Today we are outside. If you didn't guess by now, by all of the noises, it is a new environment. Oh, I also wanted to mention that every single podcast I have worn Birkenstocks. So I was thinking of changing the name from the Meadow to the Burke Show, or maybe the Burke and Stocks, because this is a stock podcast
What does that even mean?
and a Burke podcast. We are switching over. This is not a podcast about our lives anymore. This is now a podcast about stocks. Download public.
Anyway, Garrett was saying that you get what you put into it, basically, right? You're saying something like
Yeah.
that. So if you go to community college and you're just like do your own stuff, probably not gonna make a lot of friends. But if you like put yourself out there, you make friends, bro.
I think you will too. Maybe
Thanks,
not
Garrett.
to the
Got me up for that one, bro.
got you. Maybe not like to the same extent. Like you won't be immersed in like living on campus.
Oh
but
yeah.
No, but I'm very excited. I think it's gonna be a great opportunity, and I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you guys. Cal
Thank
Poly
you.
sounds fun.
And you're
I
gonna,
think it will be
You're
fun.
gonna come visit.
Wish I got accepted.
You
You
did.
did.
I got accepted.
Jacob
I just needed a way for you guys to say that. I don't
Bueller.
want to sound like
No, we
Jacob Bueller got
accepted.
accepted to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo alongside Garrett and Dylan, but he decided that the 2-year community college was a better choice for him, which we both support him because we are very supportive friends, and we believe that when he
Thanks,
is
guys.
ready to move out, he will make that decision, and he will go to a college that is fit for him, and he will follow his dreams and his passions, and he will be a great member in society.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, would you rather live with like your parents, who you've lived with for the past 18 years, for 2 more years, or 2 of your best friends? You know, in a new environment. It's just like, obviously your family's more.
Was that
important.
like, were you throwing shade at him or something?
No.
that sounded like living with best friends sounded a lot better.
Yeah, it sounded like you made it sound like.
You're like living with your family for.
Would you
18
rather
more
you live
years.
with your family that you lived with your whole life, or live
in a
with
whole new location with 2 of your best friends?
like on the beach? Like you can go tanning and like surfing and stuff. But being at home is better.
Garrett's
Is what I'm
hostile?
trying to say.
He's coming after you.
I'm saying that I wish I had gone to Sierra, but now it's too late, so I don't know what to do.
Wait, really?
Oh, you can actually you don't have to go to Cal Poly.
Oh, it's fine.
There's openings in my classes.
I already have to go. It's fine. I'll go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I heard he signed the contract. He's like an NBA player now. He's locked in.
Oh,
Mhm.
nice.
I'm gonna walk on the basketball team there. So
Really? Well,
Garrett
I thought
is
there was
5'8".
wait,
He's gonna be the
wait.
shortest.
NCAA player ever. I love that was Muggsy Bogues, who was like 5'3" in the NBA.
Really?
He was.
There's
Five,
an activity
three?
happening
Sean
tonight.
Kemp. I don't know. I don't remember there was like the shortest player and the tallest player were on the same team at the same time. It was very funny.
That is really funny, actually.
Like 7'7".
Who was the
and
tallest
5'.
player ever?
I don't know. There was like Manute Bol, who was tall. What am I thinking of? I don't know.
Yao Ming.
Yao Ming was 7'6". I know he wasn't the tallest, but I think top 3
He's pretty tall.
he was.
You guys know that one high school player? I forgot where he's from,
Is
but
Shaquille O'Neal 7'1"? Sorry,
you can continue, dude.
Shaquille O'Neal 7'1", I think.
Yes,
That's so crazy. So the guy he played, do you know what I'm talking about, Garrett? He was on Spire for a little bit with like LaMelo Ball. But
You
I don't
say
think
his
he
name,
played
I'm
that
sure
much.
I
I
know
have
it.
no idea his name. It's like he's really tall though.
Your phone's about to die.
I watched a YouTube video on it recently.
Like tall or like
He's
tall?
like 7'7" tall.
Oh, really?
That's pretty tall.
I
think.
think
What about,
some-
what about that one guy
That
that
died. My phone. Can I have your phone, Garrett?
basketball player a few years ago? Really tall.
Oh, Jeremy Lin.
What?
No.
Jalen was short.
Why did you look up Leighton Van Der Esch?
Because I was trying to see when he got drafted. I was confused.
Oh.
Because I was like, I didn't know. Because I don't know. I didn't realize he was that young.
First football game kicked off tonight.
Yeah,
Bucks won against the Cowboys.
yeah, 31-29.
Is Cowboys, do they have a stacked team this year or no?
Yeah, they have like, I don't know. Zeke did not do well
Zeke
tonight.
did horrible. I started
Yeah.
him. Screw you, Zeke.
You start him in fantasy?
aggressive. Hey, Zeke,
Yeah.
Zeke, you look clean though. I like the septum and the hairs poofing out. It's pretty cool.
He's known as a good running back, right?
He wasn't good last year because of injuries, but I think he was just like in fantasy football, especially. He was like ranked like number 4 to draft, which is like after coming off of injuries on the Cowboys, just doesn't make sense to me.
Mm.
So I don't trust him.
Who's
in
like
any
top
leagues.
3 running backs in the NFL right now?
Christian McCaffrey,
Dalvin Cook.
Alvin Kamara. Obviously, gotta put Aaron Jones in there because go Packers.
Hey, I drafted Aaron Jones just for you. I was like, he'll do good.
When's Christian McCaffrey's first game? Sunday?
Yeah, I think he's on Sunday.
What team is he on?
Carolina Panthers.
Panthers.
Bob Baroque.
No.
Robert, but I don't know how to say his
His name is Robert.
He's 21.
He's very tall.
He's from Romania. He's 7'8".
That's crazy. Do you guys know how Yao Ming? Do you know the story about Yao Ming and how he became Yao Ming?
No.
Not really.
Basically, the Chinese government kind of messed up. Decided to do an experiment and got like a tall NBA, a tall like
I do
a
remember
tall
this
dude
actually now.
and a tall girl. Forced them to have a child, and that was Yao Ming. He was literally a Chinese experiment
Really?
done by the government. I think we talked about that in the last podcast, didn't we, Dylan?
I don't know. I think we talked about it off the
Episode
podcast
7?
maybe.
I don't know. I feel like we did, but that's kind of weird, huh?
Very interesting. Very interesting.
He's
Is he good though?
experiment.
Is he retired?
He is retired. I think when you're that tall, you're just your joints aren't meant for that type of movement and mobility.
Was
so
he good while he played?
He was very good, yeah.
Oh.
He wasn't he wasn't the best in the league, but he was great because he was tall. I saw
Shooting
him-
guard, right? Just kidding. It was jokes.
Why is there so much lightning?
I don't know. It's kind of crazy.
What you see during a storm, sometimes there's different polarization in the ground, and it pulls electric charges, and then
Is that how lightning works?
that's all I remember from 6th grade science.
I'm in an earth science
No,
class.
but it does. It does work. There's different charges in the sky and in the ground, and different polarization makes lightning happen.
Let's go back to fantasy. Whose teams is the best in our league? In the league with us, all 3 of us.
Oh yeah, I'm in 5 leagues this year, which is just too many.
Yeah, so
I was supposed to be in 4, but 1 got canceled, so good for me.
I'm in 1.
I think I have the best team. Your friend Ethan thinks he has the best team, but he really
I think
doesn't.
I have the best team.
I think I'm the best team.
You okay?
Let's see. Who do I have?
Well, we'll just give a little overview. So we'll look at.
Compare
around.
our 3 teams and we'll break it down. See who's the best.
Just for you guys' information, I didn't draft my team at all. I forgot when it was.
He was there.
That
He's
was
mine.
lightning again.
Oh, you didn't say that
It
right now,
auto
the
drafted, and I still got the best team in the league.
lightning? You really didn't.
I didn't get that good of a team, but they'll do good. I know my guys.
Okay.
They'll clutch up for me.
You know them personally.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Austin Eckler? Well, he got injured, but he drafted himself first. Wait, who was it? Was it
He's
him?
raw, huh? Austin, he got injured?
Yeah, or he's not practicing according to Sam, but I don't know. Okay, but Dylan's team, Patrick Mahomes,
Good.
great QB, Keenan Allen and T. Higgins are his receivers. T. Higgins, I don't know. I would maybe a flex option, not a great secondary receiver.
Allen's pretty good, but he's a little old now.
Then he's got Dalvin Cook as his main running back. That's great, but Miles Sanders, his secondary, is just not great. His tertiary receiver is Tyler Boyd. Not
I don't
inspiring.
know Tyler Boyd.
He's on your team, Dylan. Mark Andrews is his tight end. Not solid. It's pretty solid.
That's good.
And then Kansas City is his defense. Not bad. I'm playing in week 1, actually. And my team is Josh Allen, who, if you didn't know, was the fantasy leader last year in points. And then I actually didn't draft a running back until the 3rd round, maybe the 4th round, actually. I think it was the 3rd round.
Interesting choice, Garrett.
My first 2 picks were Devontae Adams and then Travis Kelce, the best tight end and the best receiver in the league. And then I also got Julio Jones, Chris Carson, which is my mom's name, shout out mom, Darrell Henderson Jr., and Trey Sermon with the Baltimore defense. So I think that's a pretty solid team right there.
The win percentage is actually very close. Garrett's in the lead, 51%.
Yeah, but
Dylan's 49.
that changes very quickly. One person.
that changed. I've been the percentage was 70 to 30, and then I've came
Just
back.
let it happen.
Oh,
Just-
yeah.
Just let it happen.
Jacob's team, who is just not
I forgot who's on my team.
Doing
Let's read it.
Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott, his Cowboys duo, the boys who Zeke sucked tonight. He was terrible. And then
Let's see if I had any.
he got D Hop and Jay Jettas, Justin Jefferson Jr. Well, not Junior, just Jefferson. Why did I think that?
I don't know.
Made a lot of J's. Just got
All
in
the
my
J's, all the
mind.
J's.
And
But
then
he's the
got-
boy. He'll do good for me. Go Vikings. Love the Vikings. Lightning just hit again
Why you-
somewhere.
You're really gonna say that every time there's lightning, aren't you?
Continue.
Okay. And then you have Josh Jacobs,
Josh
this
Jacobs.
dude named Higbee, and Cooper Cup, who they are. Higbee is the Rams tight end, and Cooper Cup is the receiver. Interesting. You didn't start Antonio Brown.
I didn't start Antonio Brown, and he did good.
Antonio Brown's an interesting person. Remember he had like beef with like he like started fights in like every team he was on, and then he
Yeah.
got like released from all of his teams, even though he was great, just
And he's
because he
like
was too
CTE now and
problematic.
stuff.
I think he does. Remember something he posted like a little while ago? He did like a photo shoot completely naked.
I saw that.
Remember
I
that?
saw that. It's kind of awesome.
That's kind of funny. Awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
I think that might be like a necessity when you're like rich and famous like that, though.
I mean,
It's
I don't
probably on
know.
his bucket list. He's just like, mark it
Naked
off.
photo shoot with a football, covering the private parts.
Logan Paul has done a naked photo shoot. What was it?
Can you pass
Water?
me a
Yeah.
water?
What is such one with Logan Paul?
Logan Paul, I look up to Logan Paul. He's a good guy.
The part
You just like him
the-
because he likes Pokemon.
Did you like the part where he went in that forest, the suicide forest?
Well, everyone makes mistakes. That was not his. It was not the brightest thing. That was not the top of his career. But everyone makes mistakes, and he has made a 180 since then. So I'm very proud of him.
Has he?
Yeah, he's actually a really good human now.
I don't know much
He
about
was a good human before, but he just made a mistake. like
Wasn't
all
he a
people do.
bully like in high school?
I think that was Jake.
No, I
There's
think they
rumors
both
about
were
Jake.
bullies.
Maybe.
Anyway,
I think their egos are too big. People whose egos are too big just aren't. I just don't think.
No, I think Logan's very like humble now. He's humbled himself out. Jake's ego is pretty large, but Logan's pretty humble.
dude,
I don't know.
Jake's is very large.
They're both very large.
I listened
They
about
were
like
oh, I'm gonna fight this.
I listened
great
to
boxer and
I listened
win.
to 80% of Logan's podcasts, so I mean, I think he is good as a person.
Just like a podcast person, aren't you?
I love podcasts. They're interesting. No, but back to what you're saying about that's just like a money grab. That's just like they're doing it for their business. They're promoting themselves. They're getting the bag.
See, here's my issue. I understand that content creators and YouTubers and streamers, people watch them and they make money because people are interested in what they are doing. But just for me, I just don't understand the appeal behind it, and I don't think that it's necessarily like a true talent.
Oh,
And I know,
it's very controversial, Garrett.
is that controversial?
It's very controversial.
Am I gonna like get yelled at or something?
Everyone that just heard you say that will come at you. Come at your neck.
Okay. Well, I live in Wheatland.
Here's my
That's
thing.
not where he lives.
Anyone that does something to an extent that they're like really passionate about and they have a lot of motivation is talent. I think anyone that does something to an extent where they're making a successful living off of it, and I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about they're happy, they're in a comfortable position. Everyone around them is like, wow, you're doing really good at what you're doing. That's what success is. So anyone that is doing something that brings success into their lives and happiness and well-being is takes a lot of talent. So those TikTokers, those influencers, those YouTubers, those streamers, they're putting their all into it, and they're putting like everything they have. So I think that is talent in itself. Like Aiden Ross, the guy who just streams and like talks and has people on, that guy is spending 60% of his day streaming his life, or probably not even 60. I don't know. I don't watch any of his streams. I don't know how long they are. Probably like 5-6 hours, which is a lot of time.
My gosh.
So I mean, that's like he's doing that every day, and he's putting his life on screen for everyone else in the world. That takes a lot of talent. That takes a lot of dedication. That takes a lot of time.
I think it's cool that I do think like they're called influencers because they do influence people, hopefully and for the most part in a positive way. But at the same instance, like for me, like why would I want to watch somebody be like great at something when I could go do that myself? You know?
I think being a listener is very important, and I think what I take away from watching those people is I learn from them, and I listen, because I think the most important thing in life is just to listen, and I do a lot of that on the daily. So when I'm watching those influencers, when I'm watching those TikTokers, those YouTubers, Logan Paul's podcast, I'm absorbing information, I'm turning it into fuel for my own motivation, and then I go out and I do it. Logan Paul started a podcast. I was very invested in his podcast during when I was working, and I said, hey, this is something that seems very appealing to me. And me watching him through what he's doing influenced me to want to start a podcast. Not just Logan Paul. I also watch like the Tiny Meat Gang. They're a great podcast. I watch like Joe Rogan's podcast. I don't know. I watch like a lot of podcasts.
So do you think you're ever gonna start your own podcast?
No, probably not. I don't know if that's a good idea. I just
Okay. See, no, I understand that aspect of like those things can inspire you, but just from what I've seen, like a lot of people make mistakes, obviously, but I think that the stakes are higher when you are a public figure. You know, when you make those mistakes and people are looking up to you, it
Yeah,
has a lot
of
of
course.
implications, and I think that a lot of YouTubers aren't at like a I don't know, like a mature place yet.
Garrett's going in on them YouTubers. What do you have against?
I don't know. I've just never been a YouTube person. Like, of course, I watch YouTube if I want to like look at different things and like I'm interested in certain topics. But I've just never been like a person that like
That makes
watches YouTube or has like a YouTuber that I watch.
Garrett hates YouTubers and he hates video games for no reason.
No. Okay.
I play video games once every 3 months.
Everyone's perspective on life is different, so I mean, we can't kick Garrett for thinking what he thinks.
Seems like you're doing that, but okay. I'm just kidding.
No,
No.
yeah, everyone thinks differently about life. Everyone thinks, everyone thinks their own thing.
You're right, Dylan.
Is that a good summary of
I
this?
think
I
that's
think
right, Dylan. I think that's
Thanks,
pretty
Do you
good.
think that? No, if it fits your own standard of productivity, then I think it's okay. So if you're getting something from watching these people, then that's great. I just personally, because I'm a weird person, in a different. I know you're weird, but like I'm a different weird.
Yeah.
Everyone's weird in their own way. I just don't know that I would get as much out of it as you do.
Yeah, I think you need to find your form of drive, your form of motivation, your form of learning. Maybe Garrett's learning is he needs to go out and do things. He needs to get in the read some books or something. He needs to put his skills to the test. Maybe my form of learning is I want to listen to people. I want to grow from people. Maybe Jacob's form of learning is he teaches. Yep,
You a teacher?
he's a teacher now.
I learn from teaching, Dylan.
Yeah, you can learn from
Some people like are self-motivated, like self-teachers, are also like oftentimes like self-motivated people, like they motivate themselves. But others, it's cool to be inspired by other people, and I think that everybody has somebody that they look up to, whether it be like a parent or like a famous like athlete or something. Everybody has someone that they look up to. So I think that finding a source of inspiration, whether that be from within or outside, is important.
That's
Nice,
good.
Garrett.
I watched a speech by Jim Carrey, and he said, so this is a quote by Jim Carrey. This is a paraphrase. I don't know if this isn't word for word, but he said, if you can fail at the things you don't want to do, because he's talking about his father. He was talking about like how his father worked a job and he got fired from that job. But that job that he worked was what he didn't want to do. That he just had to do it so he could put food on the table for his family and provide. And he was like, yeah, my dad got fired from that job. So he's like, if you could fail at the things you don't want to do, the things you have to do, then why not just try what you want to do? If they're the same level of risk, so why not just take the path that you'd want to take? You know what I mean by that?
You should. I know, absolutely. I know what you mean. You should definitely, like, people always talk about, like, having a backup plan, but I heard, like, a survey. People asked, like, more elderly people or, like, retired people, like, do you have any regrets? And there are a lot of main ones, like, I wish I talked to my parents more. I wish I was more invested in my family. But one of the biggest ones was, I wish I took more risks. Because you just you just never know what you're missing out on. You can truly push yourself to the limit.
I just had to replay that.
Wait, how did you do that? Like, how did you know I was going to turn off?
See the timer at the top, the seconds that are beeping.
Yeah.
It gets red when it's about to stop.
Oh.
Around like 23 minutes and 40 seconds or something.
Oh, interesting. Anyway,
Very specific.
yeah, that's good, Garrett. Well, my dad told me something similar. He was like, when he was like 19 or 20 or something like that, he wanted to buy this like fourplex in San Francisco, and he was literally almost about to do it, and he's like, nah, I can't, and then he just didn't do it. Imagine how much it's worth now in San Francisco.
Yeah.
That's one of his biggest regrets, he said, I think.
And people will have regrets, but some risks are smart, some aren't. Like my dad had a similar thing in Mountain View, like a condo that he sold for like dirt cheap, and now it's crazy expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's gonna have regrets. You're gonna be like, man, I wish I just bought that thing or did this because that would come in handy right now. Like, I wish I bought 12 Bitcoin for 10 cents in 2012. But people learn, and that you learn from taking risks, and you also learn from not taking risks.
Take risks when you're young, because if you fail, it won't impact you as
Jump
much.
out of that airplane with no parachute.
Because if you're older,
What do
and
you mean by that?
a risk, it'll impact you more.
Mm-hmm.
Take it when
I
you're
think-
younger. So this is a good time. If you're like our age and you want to buy a whole country, just do it. You just got to do it, dude.
That's why
I believe in you.
see what Dylan's doing. Like, he's a are you major minor or double major?
I think a double major.
Double major in business and theater. I think you probably mentioned that before.
Yeah.
But I think that's cool because you have business, which is like just a great thing to have. It helps you with personability and also like having basic concepts behind you if you ever want to like start a business or run a business or something.
Yeah.
It's a great thing to know. But what you want to do is be an actor. That's like your your dream. And
Yeah.
so you're doing theater in college because you're maybe it might be taking a risk, and especially the competitive nature of being an actor. Like, you do have to take risks because there's plenty of qualified people. Everybody, there's great actors out there. There's so many qualified people that could do the role or the part just as well as the next person. But if you take that risk and put yourself out there, that's what gets you on stage.
That's good. I was going to say something, but then I totally lost it. That was really good, though.
You can sit here in silence till you remember.
Yeah, let's do that for a second. Actually, I think I'll remember it in a second here. Oh, yeah.
I don't work.
No, but I was saying I don't think there should be an age cap. Like Jacob was saying that, if you're young, then do it. But I think if you're any age, then follow your dream. Like, if you're 60 and you just realize what your dream was, I talked about this before because I love to recycle content. But if you're 60 and you just found out what you wanted to do, then do it. It doesn't matter. I don't think there's ever an age you can't do anything.
I mean, and it is easier when you're older because you have capital and you have at like a certain age. I feel like you've like lived the safe route. Like a lot of people who like live the traditional life, like have a family, like got married, they've done the safe thing. So I think that being like 60 years old is a great time to take a risk. Like buy a small business. Like do something that
Did you
is
just say 6 years old?
60.
60.
60. I think that's a great time because you've still lived a meaningful and fulfilling life, but now it's like you can do something that can like inspire yourself and something that you can like look forward to.
Sometimes you just gotta be real. If you're 30 years old, married, and have 2 kids, and you want to take this crazy risk, and it doesn't work out, what are you gonna do? You're putting your family in jeopardy. So sometimes you just don't take the risk. But most of the time, you can take the risk.
No, you should
Cool,
take the
man.
risk, but like
Hey,
don't
bro,
take
you
it.
good?
Like
No,
you
bro.
shouldn't do
Hey,
it.
just be real sometimes. Just be real, Dylan.
I ain't real, bro.
I think it's important that also surround yourself with people that will help you know what risks to take. Because there are dumb risks, obviously, like jumping out of an airplane without a parachute. But there are also risks that, like like what's the harm in putting $10 into a funny penny stock called Dogecoin? Unless you put 500 in and then it plummets and I've lost $400 already. But
At Garrett.
hey, I made money from my other stocks and cryptocurrency, so it's okay.
When Dylan made me buy Ethereum at 2,900.
Hey, you're welcome. I bought my first Ethereum at 1,200.
That's not true.
It is true.
How?
Right? Absolutely.
I thought your average
1,200?
was
It's
like
tripled.
1,700 right now.
It's definitely not 12. Because
My-
I bought it like 11 or 12.
I bought some at the same time. You bought some later. But Dylan, I have also other cryptocurrencies. Ethereum is not the bulk of my crypto. That's why
Let's just say 1,500. You bought it 15.
it was not though.
14,
Do you
15?
want to be accurate?
All right, it's fine. I'm
Le-
pretty sure Gemini is like transaction ST. We'll check it after the podcast.
Well, we will check it, Dylan.
Thank you.
And in the next podcast, I expect a full apology.
Okay, yeah. If you're right, then I'll give you your apology.
One time, me, Dylan, and
Wait.
Garrett.
I want to go back. I'm just saying,
Jacob was talking actually.
because
Oh.
I have to interrupt him because you said
Alright.
be realistic sometimes, bro.
He said
Don't be a
real.
realist, bro. Be an optimist.
That's not. I feel
Yeah,
like you're thinking of
whatever, bro.
pessimism.
Yo.
Realism is different from pessimism. Being a realist is good.
Oh, go ahead. Pessimism, realism, optimism.
Yeah, but also being realist is important in some situations.
I
Yeah.
don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm gonna spend my last dollar on this Pokemon card.
Yeah, or like you're
Is that optimistic? Like, you want to be optimistic about that? Like, oh, it'll turn out great. It'll be worth $1 million in 2 years.
Maybe.
That's
I
what-
think
that's
about
what
life
Dylan
very
did.
weird.
yeah, or if you're like you have a family and you're gambling your life away, you're just like, no, I'm gonna take this risk because I'm an optimist and I just feel it. I just know I'm gonna get rich off this.
All right,
then you do it.
gambling is never good. No one ever
It's a
said
risk.
gambling was
It's a
good.
gift. It's a risk. Risks are risks. Anyway, back to what I was saying.
Oh, so-
Are you guys done? Do you guys have any
no,
final
you go ahead.
final things you wanted to say?
Dylan might when you
No,
start
okay,
talking.
good.
I don't know if Dylan has already talked about this, but one time, me, Dylan, and Garrett, and Teddy, he's in Nebraska currently.
Miss you, Ted.
We went to a nude beach. Have we talked about this?
No, that's funny.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
That was a fun day.
we went to this lake.
Hey, wait. Okay, rewind. We didn't know it was a nude beach.
I was gonna say
that in the
that.
story.
All right, go.
Here's how it goes. Was it Teddy when he was almost leaving? Is that why we did it?
Yeah, well, we were like wanting to go to Lake Tahoe,
Yeah.
and he looked up places, and it was called Secret Cove Nude Beach, but apparently Google said it wasn't a nude beach anymore. But go ahead.
Yeah, so anyway, we get there. There's a long walk down. So, like, this is the road we drove on. The lake is, like, way down here. And there's, like, a ton of forest. And we...
What do you mean by long? Yeah.
that was funny, actually.
All right, go ahead.
Anyways, we met this dude named Barack. What's his name?
Hey,
Brock.
Brock.
I think it was
Brock.
Brock.
He's the homie. Anyway, we walk down with him. He's Turkish. He's cool. And then we get to the bottom. And then we go into, like... We pass, like, the tree line. And there's just... wieners everywhere. There's just naked people, and we were like, you might be like, oh, that was probably disgusting. It was an eye opener. It was the best experience of my life.
What? Wait.
Yeah, I wouldn't rank it that high.
It was cool, I guess.
Yeah, it was
Anyway,
cool,
and then
I think it was cool to see people comfortable in their own skin.
yeah, it was cool, I
Yeah.
guess.
But it's not something that I would ever do
though. Yeah, that
with
takes
with,
some
with friends. Maybe
that
by
takes
my,
some bravery.
We
it's
met
not
some
like
we met some cool people there.
yeah.
I just wanted to bring that up.
Keep in mind, there was like probably 50 to 60 people on this beach.
And the
Okay.
thing is, only about like maybe there are more than that. Like think
There were
about
a lot
like
of people at
if
the
there
beach.
are like 150 on the beach, only about 15 were naked. That takes some courage.
There was like 20 or 25 naked
Yeah.
I'm
out of like
sorry.
130 people.
Are you changing my numbers?
129 people,
28.
maybe.
Okay. No, but still.
Since
like,
Brock
he's
left, just disappeared.
probably naked on the other side of the beach. Who knows?
Yeah, he said he just like sits there in his chair.
I think
And
in
then
a
we went
lot
back
of
to him and he just disappeared.
I think in a lot of countries though, nude beaches are like normal. Like they're normal.
In like Spain,
Well,
I was
the-
supposed to go to Spain and there was supposed to be a nude beach.
The Olympics used to be performed like when it was like back in Athens, and it used to be performed. Every single athlete was naked.
Really?
Yeah, every athlete in the Olympics was naked.
That's why there's like those the
The statues.
guy with the
you know?
discus throw or whatever.
Yeah,
statue.
they're like naked. There's like the naked like statues like in a lot of European countries because that's not an uncommon thing, and being comfortable in your own skin is important.
Yeah, I think back then the body wasn't really sexualized. It was like more of like a beauty thing.
No, absolutely.
Like
And
back
there's
in
like,
like the
there's a
Athens,
statue of like the goddess of beauty, Aphrodite, and she
Yeah.
has like stomach rolls, which is like it's like not like a modern conformity of beauty, but it is something that's beautiful. Being comfortable in yourself is more important than any societal standard.
Nice, Garrett.
Nice, Garrett. Hey, good job, dude.
So stop talking.
No, that was a really good topic that you brought up.
I just kind of think about things sometimes because I feel like people should love themselves and be comfortable with themselves, and a lot of times in this society, it just doesn't happen.
You're so offbeat, Dylan. What are you doing, dude?
Okay, go again.
Yeah, it's pretty bad actually.
Can't do it anymore,
You
dude.
were
Get
so
out of here.
quiet. I couldn't even hear the beat. It was so quiet.
I was gonna get a little louder until you guys like.
Da 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 da.
You guys play the game My Singing Monsters?
I have not, but I've seen many advertisements for that.
Yeah, I played it one night and then I got bored of it.
The game that I've been into probably for the longest period of time. First of all, I know Jacob mentioned I'm not a huge video game person, probably due to the fact that I did not have a console growing up until a year ago when I bought one. But I've been a fan of some mobile games, and the biggest one that we've all played is Clash of Clans.
Worm on top.
Yeah, join Worm. It's a cool clan.
We're full clan. We're holding tryouts though, if you would. Like it's just like
How would you?
What is the Clash of
How would
Clans
you do
tryout?
tryout?
we'll kick someone out and then like
You
You
join.
have to beat a
and-
certain base or something.
type your resume in the like, you know, when you request to join the resume.
Town Hall 9 for 2 years. Like,
Been grinding almost max. Have a few more upgrades.
380 war stars.
I don't rush.
I
I have 3 accounts.
I play 12 hours a day. Not that I've ever done that, but
Garrett? No, you know what I noticed about Clash Clans though is you go through like 3-month phases where you just grind, and then the next 9 months you're like off and on.
I know. But like, think about this: how much progress would you make if you were just like checked like once every few days for forever? You wouldn't get tired of it, but you'd make a lot more progress.
wait, when's
That's
the
where I've
last
been
time-
at for a while.
When's the
Really?
last time you were
Yeah.
on? When's the last time you were
A
on?
few days ago.
I was on earlier today.
Really? I haven't been
Yeah.
on like probably like
I was on
4 or 5
right
days.
before-
No, we know
Remember?
you missed your last war attack. Your last like 5
Yeah,
war
Do you guys
attacks.
still put me in those?
Yes,
You're
it's
about to
Clan
get.
War League.
You're about to
bozo.
get. You're about to get demoted, but yeah,
It's all right. I don't mind.
This guy, dude.
to member, and then we're gonna kick you.
We're all getting PCs. I already got my PC. He's gonna get a PC, and he's also getting a PC.
But not like a build your own, like probably like a laptop for I don't want to play games on it, so it's just for running my engineering CAD software.
But you can have like a game on it.
You're right. I'll get
Minecraft.
Worm. What's it called? The snake. A snake. Or snake.
Let's play Agario. We can play Agario.
Oh, I actually love Agario.
Agario's
I think the computer that
playing?
you want can run any game that we have though.
No, I'm probably gonna get
Yeah.
a gaming computer that can just run my college software.
You just play games with us though. Like you can have a gaming computer and
Don't have time.
No, because yeah, those gaming computers definitely can run any game. that
Okay,
we
tell
play,
me a
right?
time, and I'll tell you why I can't at that time.
you don't even know your schedule.
No, I
yet,
don't.
Garrett.
12:30 a.m. Friday afternoon.
Definitely be asleep. So you said AM. You
Why
mean
would you
PM?
ever be asleep at 12:30 a.m.? You go to bed at like
Can you-
3 in the morning
Okay, not in college, Dylan. In college, I have 8 AM classes.
on a Friday, right before a Saturday.
You're so tired of school. You're
Into
just like,
the weekend.
I
know
know so
for sure you
stressed.
would
I just need my mind to just.
I actually,
Okay, 10 p.m. on a Friday night.
10 p.m. on a Friday night.
Yeah.
I'm snacking.
For how many hours, Garrett?
Just 12 minutes, but after that 12 minutes ends, I'm going to read a book for another 20 minutes, and then I'm going to watch an episode of whatever show I'm
And
watching.
you need also your food time for your food to digest. You forgot that.
Yeah,
I
before
can't-
you play video
okay,
games,
It doesn't
like, yeah.
digest when playing Warzone or something. It has to digest on its own. You have to sit there like this.
Meditation, digestion.
You have to manually
Dig-
digest it.
digestion.
Exactly. I mean, you have 2 hands on the controller. It just gets a lot. It just gets complicated.
Yeah, they're like, what do I do? Like your insides are like,
Do you guys-
Garrett, tell me what to do.
Do you guys get lost in YouTube?
I don't watch you.
Yes, I love you.
Oh my gosh. Today I watched how kidney stones were made in the body. See, Garrett, this is why YouTube is important. I learned things like this.
Yeah.
I learned how kidney stones get passed and how they are made.
You
So,
pee it out.
I'm going to give the explanation without all the fancy terms.
I mean, I don't think you have to understand why calcification happens in your like gut and you piss it out.
oh wow, he got it. He didn't even have to watch a video.
I was watching a lecture video today from my class, and then next thing you know, I'm watching Minecraft speedrun. It was a world record though.
Speedrun? Oh, it's like one of those like wipeout courses, right? But like it's Minecraft? No.
No, like you just beat the game in Minecraft.
Guys,
Like you
You
defeat the
beat
Ender
the game.
Dragon.
That's how you beat the game.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've done that, possibly in creative. Is it hard in survival? Is it like
No, it's not that hard. It's just like speed run. It could be a little
okay?
difficult.
How long is like this? How long did it take? It's a record.
It took him like 11 minutes.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's pretty fast.
I remember the old. He
How do
got
you do
really
that?
lucky. He got really lucky.
What do you do? You have to like build a house and a bed, right?
No, here's what he did.
Yeah, I'm sure you need a bed because if the monsters come out, you can't combat them or whatever. Did you not build a bed or anything?
He built a lot of beds, but that was to kill the Ender Dragon. There's like a lot of things in the game that are like speedrunners do that like a normal
They
Minecraft
just know
player.
how to do it.
Like it's just like
See, if I were, I haven't
hard
played
to explain.
Minecraft really. If I were just dropped into a new survival map, I don't even know what I would. I know you need like some obsidian to build a portal, right?
yeah, Nether portal.
Another portal. What's the other one? That's the one that's on the ground.
The end portal?
Probably. I have no idea. But you need some obsidian, and then it turns purple, and then you go through that. But see, I don't even know how I know I need obsidian, like flint and steel. Is that all you need? Like a weapon to fight the dragon?
Yeah, but speedrunners, they use beds to fight the dragon.
How do you use a bed to
Because
fight a
when
dragon?
you like
Dragon
use
just tired, takes a nap, and you kill
yeah,
it?
yeah, like in the sleep. No, it just like explodes in the end. It's
Go to bed, little
there's
dragon.
like weird little mechanic. It's weird. Anyway, next subject. It's been
Wait,
on my mind all day.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
What were you saying? I don't have anything to say.
The guy who speedrun. Have you guys seen the world record for the fastest reader?
Oh my gosh, I saw that on TikTok.
I did
Did
not.
you see him? I think that-
Oh, no, okay.
Oh,
Let
yeah,
me,
no, that was fake.
Wait,
That
just a
was
little
fake.
caveat. Okay.
That was fake. The real one
Wasn't that funny though?
Yeah, it was funny, but
I
no,
laughed
that's
so
okay.
hard.
I saw that on TikTok, and that's what I actually searched on YouTube. It was like world record fastest reader.
Although-
This guy can read a 500-page book in 5 minutes.
Okay, listen. This is a caveat, though.
No way.
To this. So, speed reading is a thing that some people can do, and it's just, it's crazy. It's insane. It does have some stuff to do with your intellect and your IQ and your genius level. However, it has been shown that your comprehension is not as thorough as if you slow down. So, they can
Well, yeah,
read
they're probably
the
only
book.
reading reading 10 words per page in like.
Well,
they're
yeah.
literally going like this. I watched his hand moving across the page. Flip page.
So what is the merit in
Flip
doing
page.
that if you're not getting any of the minute details? Like, if you're reading The Hobbit...
Just to
and
say
you're-
that he's the world record holder. He's in the
Okay.
Guinness Book of World Records for the fastest.
Well, he
reader.
has to know. He has to have some
Based
comprehension
off of
of
what?
it.
Like, if you can, name, 5 out of the main 10 plot points, does that count as, understanding it?
Oh, I don't know.
Like, what's the standard for that? Because, obviously reading, a lot of books, a lot of detail, like The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings or, books like that. Those books have a lot of detail that you obviously skip out on, but how do you determine that the book is actually read?
You know what? I think the whole thing's a prank. I know what he does. He just reads the back summary, does all this fancy stuff, and then that's what he says.
So what he does is that,
He just quotes it word
No,
for
he
word.
He's
actually-
like, yeah, can you just give me a little bit? I need to read the back of this.
he practices, touching the pages, moving them really fast.
He moves them really fast, actually, and he even
Really?
has special finger things, so his fingers
Oh,
slide
I've
across
seen
pages
that. It's
really fast.
crazy. It grips at a certain place, but also I don't know. It's weird.
He's like,
People are crazy.
I don't understand it. I mean, there probably is some I don't even know.
People are great at really peculiar things.
What are you great at, Garrett?
I'm just great at being myself. I'm not great at anything like.
Yeah, you are. What are you great at?
What do you mean?
What are your greatest skills? If you're right now, write down on a college application and ask you your 3 greatest skills.
I think that I do my best to be compassionate. Obviously, it's not easy, but I do my best. I do want to help people. I think that sometimes I can be a coarse person. I'm not always a super outgoing and friendly person. I can be mean, but I try to live compassionately. While I may say something mean, I try to have my friends and people around me's best interest in mind. I don't know that would consider that a strength. It's more something that I think I'm working on. I don't know. How about you answer first? That might help me. Jacob, you go. What are some of your strengths? Dylan's just staring off into space now. Hey, dude.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a pretty easy person to get along with. Because
That's true.
I think that way.
Nice.
Okay, Dylan.
My ability to love, my ability to dream, and my ability to work hard at things that I dream and love.
If you can... What animal would you be if you could be an animal?
Dolphin.
Why would you switch subject? That was a good subject.
No, because think about it. What do you think when you think about your personalities and stuff? What animal best describes it?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
A
For my mom, for
Ah.
some reason it's a deer because she's compassionate and loving, and I love her very much.
I'm a porcupine.
Porcupine?
Yeah.
That was your senior parking spot. I
Yeah.
like it a lot, actually.
Yeah, thank you. I'm a porcupine, though. I picked a porcupine at... the teacher brought in stuffed animals, 30 stuffed animals, and we all got to pick one to bring home in 4th grade, and my animal was a porcupine, and ever since then...
Fourth grade?
What?
Seems a little old to be doing that. Sounds like a kindergarten kind of thing.
5th grade?
I was doing pre-algebra. in fifth
Never
grade.
too old to have a stuffed animal.
No, of course. I love stuffed animals, but it just seems like a...
Except for Schubert. I hate that stupid thing. Screw you, Schubert.
Jacob, that's not...
Does
gonna
that be
be
All
All
right,
right,
tolerated here.
this wraps up episode number 12. Just kidding.
Don't be mean to Schubert. Actually, Schubert is my twin sister's stuffed animal polar bear. We love her very much.
Schubert doesn't like me, and I don't like Schubert.
Maybe if you weren't so mean
Maybe
to Schubert,
that's
she would
why
like
Schubert
you.
doesn't like you.
You know, I changed my answer. I'm not easy to get along with.
No, for
Only if
Jake-
it's Schubert.
Jacob,
Screw you, Schubert.
Jacob just has like fights with stuffed animals.
yell at them. They beef them.
Hey, Jake, want to hang out? No, I got a thing with a stuffed
I got
animal.
some beef I got to settle.
Yeah, I got to meet up with a stuffed animal.
No, just today, me and my sister were discussing what stuffed animals we'll take into college.
Is she bringing Schubert?
I don't think she could like live without Schubert. I think she's gonna have Schubert when she's 80.
I think
That's
that's
funny.
cool. No, back to what I was saying. Porcupine,
Sorry.
they are very friendly. They are. I don't know a whole lot about.
What if you got quilled?
I don't know a whole lot about porcupines,
Did you
but
see that?
here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about
nasty.
porcupines. If they want to strike, they can. They have their weapons, but they're always in passive mode. But when they want to put them to use,
They're cute. They're like do you see porcupines? Like you turn them over, they're like, look, you little
Okay, but
That's like
here-
Dylan.
here's here's the fallacy. With,
Get his claws out in any second.
yeah, that's what I did. Yep.
With the
I don't want to know.
What were you saying,
I
Garrett?
don't know what animal you are. I think the fallacy.
You guys notice Jacob's getting really comfortable with this podcast as the
I had noticed that.
episodes have progressed.
He's like, just like he's doing this like weird. He was like in the middle of it. He was like, just sniffing it. At one point, I saw you. Yeah. Okay.
today?
Yeah, you were.
Really?
Oh yeah, I was. I remember that.
Hey, okay. I think the fallacy of choosing an animal to represent you as
Wait,
a
wait, wait,
person.
wait. What was the word you just said?
Fallacy. Fallacy.
Can you
A fallacy is a misconception about a topic.
fallacy? All right. Yeah, I think I've heard that one before. Go ahead.
So I think the fallacy with choosing an animal to represent yourself is that you often focus too much on the animal's physical characteristics. Like you think of a porcupine, oh, it's cute and it has quills and it's small and runs around and it's so it's cool. And I think that an animal is not a great representation of a human because an animal is not a human. I think that you think of more physical attributes behind the animals, like, oh, I'm a giraffe because I'm tall, but that's not what giraffes are, Giraffes are just giraffes, They're just they're purple tongued.
Now,
That's all I know about giraffes.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. Don't know where you were going with that topic. I kind of got lost there for a second.
I just don't think that animals. Yeah, I was like confusing. I don't even know what I just said.
I think there was great intentions behind that topic, whatever you just said.
I kind of like have thoughts, but I just can't figure out how to say them. So,
I know what you
but
mean, Gary.
I don't think that animals are like good representations.
Oh, we're back.
Yeah,
I know.
Here's another weird thing to think about. Animals also have their...
too comfortable.
Yeah, Jacob, I don't... You just try to bite the mic there. No, but I think animals, what if they all have, like, their own complex world? You know what I mean?
What they do, like I was
Like, what if in a giraffe's world, we're just, like, animals to them? Like, what if they're at the top of the food chain and they're like, oh, what are those weird people doing? What are those humans doing?
No, they are. They they purposely let themselves be captured into zoos so they can like watch us.
Are they being speciest?
Exactly.
Jeez.
They like looking at us, the human zoo. It's kind of weird.
I guess you're right. That was good. Maybe they're just doing it for the greater. There's a bigger purpose.
Yeah,
behind
but
this.
no,
They're
animals.
letting us think that we have the upper hand, but then like in a couple hundred years, they're gonna be like, "Psych."
I think that the inability to communicate with them helps kind of attributes to us underestimating them. Like you've seen stories of like dolphins, like when the Titanic sank, like went over, swam over there, and like took people to shore. Like
Is
how
that a
did-
real thing?
Yes, dolphins are incredibly intelligent.
Dolphins are second to humans, right? And like,
there's like
IQ.
chimpanzees and stuff, but that's more of
Oh.
like a motor system kind of thing. Like, have you seen that one chimpanzee who can like paint really well? Okay, I don't know how. I think it was pretty good. You seen that? Was it good painting? I don't remember if it was good.
I saw an elephant who painted something pretty good.
I saw an
Really?
I don't know about the chimpanzee,
elephant
though. I
on
haven't seen
TikTok.
that.
I saw two elephants doing jump rope for a human.
Really?
Like they were swinging their
I've seen that
trunks and,
too.
and doing.
Yeah.
Like,
See, like those things are like more complex. Like, how do they understand what you want to do? Like, is it just like they get like? Do they? I don't know. It's kind of weird.
they all have their own languages.
Maybe like all the animals except for humans are like in their own world. Not like each species, but all the animals, and then we're separate. We're the only ones that are separate.
That's
So-
what it feels like when you watch those animal movies. Like they're all in their animal kingdom, and you're watching like what? Give me an example of like Madagascar or something. You're watching that, and it's a bunch of animals,
Not what I
and
had
then
in
the
mind.
humans. Can you give me another?
Yeah, I was thinking you're talking about like National Geographic.
No.
Like Chopper in One Piece, he
Oh,
can speak to all
my
the
God,
animals because
shut
he
up.
is an animal. He just ate the human fruit.
Okay, skipping past the anime, let's talk like the Lion King.
Yeah, so all the animals are in their own animal kingdom, and they can all communicate with each other, and then humans are on the outside, and they're like the bad people. You know what I mean?
I mean, humans are oftentimes the bad people in ecosystems.
Humans can be good. Humans can be bad.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about the locking principle, the blank slate? Do you think? Never mind. I want to talk about that. Okay. Do you think that everybody? Have you heard that blank slate? I think it's lock. Is it? Do you think that people are born good and society corrupts them, or do you think people are born evil?
Didn't we write an essay about this junior year?
Yeah, I
Probably.
think so. I think people are born good, and your environment that you grow up around, and that, how you're raised, who you're surrounded by, is what makes people evil. So yeah, I think you're born with a clean slate.
Jacob, what do you think?
I would agree with that, because when you're born, you're innocent, because that's the way God made you, and it's what happens in the world
Right,
that
but
affects you.
I
Like, you know, when like babies like die and stuff, they go to heaven
Yeah.
because they didn't do anything wrong in this world. They're innocent.
Yeah.
So it's not like one baby was born bad, so that one doesn't get to go to heaven. All the babies go to heaven because
Mhm.
they're innocent, because they haven't done anything wrong in their lives.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. I think that when you're born into a sinful world, it just kind of like disregards the principle entirely, because does it matter if you're born evil, if you're going to become like a bad person? Not like a bad person. Like, there are like good people, but everybody, does bad things,
Uh-huh.
So I don't think it really matters, because regardless if you aren't a baby and you are a sentient person that can think and, walk and, well, if you have like regular cognitive processes, then I think that it doesn't really matter how you were born, because, you're going to make mistakes.
But
Everyone can
It
make
depends.
mistakes.
Let me say this first. But it depends on how you were raised, to what level the mistakes are at.
I
If
understand.
that made sense.
No, it
Yeah.
does. How you were raised definitely determines who you are as a person. But regardless, everybody will sin, and not to take too much of a biblical approach, but everybody will fall short of the glory of God. So it's like, I don't know. I don't want to. We can. Don't know what you're saying.
I think everyone makes mistakes. Everyone does things that they are not happy with, that I wouldn't want to say regret, because I think regret is, people have different opinions on regrets, but there's definitely things like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but
Excuse me.
I'm just saying that you can always make yourself a better person, and like think about what you did wrong and turn yourself around, and kind of learn from your mistakes, so to speak. And you know what I mean. I hope you guys know what I mean.
I got it. Yeah.
If you make a
I got it too.
mistake and you fall down, get back up, brush yourself off, learn from it, and become a better person.
No, it's important.
You guys know that one quote? Wait, you guys need to say anything else?
No, I just think it's important to, as Dylan talked about on his solo podcast, to every day wake up and be the best version of yourself that you can be.
That's true.
Yeah.
And don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to yourself.
That's important
Yeah,
and
yeah.
difficult, because there's always going to be people that are better than you in some aspect.
But I think every person has an ability greater than anyone else.
Oh, absolutely. And
Like, there's something specific about you that you can do better than anyone else.
and uniqueness is what defines you. And yeah, I mean, you live your own life. You're not living anybody else's life.
Like, for me, I already know this and stuff, but like, I can definitely clip my toenails better than anyone else in the world.
I do a pretty good job.
I don't know, man.
No, people have complained about my toenails, but I
Oh.
swear it's because what? Nothing.
My pinky toenail is really small.
I feel like you have small toenails in general. Mine are just long. Like, I can't cut them
Can I see
short.
them? Look at
Take my socks off.
Look how small my pinky toenail is.
I kinda wanna see.
What?
Can you show me the right one?
It doesn't even exist. Where is it, Jacob?
On my pinky?
Mine's kind of smaller than that.
It's like no. It's like what?
Ain't no way.
Let me see actually.
Jake, your water bottle's falling.
Look how small it is.
Dude, that's like it's like.
Oh, I just saved your water bottle.
Footsies.
there's,
Anyway,
like,
back to what I
nine.
was saying. Dude, stop.
Your water bottle attacked you.
You guys know that one quote? This is completely off topic, but I thought of it in my head. How's it go? Damn. You give a man a fish, feeds him. But if you teach him how to fish, feeds him more. Yeah. That's the quote.
That's not the quote.
It's not the quote.
No, but I know what you mean.
Something about fish. I don't know how that had to do with what we were talking about. I just thought of it and I said, that's something good to add to this conversation.
Someone needed to hear that out there.
Yeah.
Jacob.
One of these listeners is gonna go out and they're gonna ask the stranger, "Can you show me how to fish?" Like, it's gonna happen.
Feed a man for their lifetime.
What is the quote actually? Now it's bothering me.
No, it's
If you give a man a fish, you'll
You
feed him for a day. If you teach a man a fish, you'll feed him for something like
lifetime.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've actually. Yeah, that one's good.
Let's talk about quotes. What's a quote that you guys like?
Oh, I actually had a quote that my friend Aaliyah told me. I think
I made
Quotes
it.
that like motivates you, you know?
this one
I
is
made
cool.
a quote. Ready?
Oh,
Go,
yeah,
you first, Gary.
Okay. It says, thank you for this, Aaliyah. It says, all God is asking for you to give up is who. What the? Let me start again. All God is asking is for you to give up who you were never created to be in the first place. So I think it's important to understand, like, just think about it. Like, I think it's important to give up the aspects of your life that just don't promote growth. That doesn't have to be taken in a biblical sense, but it just in general in life, like
Yeah, if you guys aren't religious or anything out there,
yeah,
you don't have to take it as a religious way.
just
or
in
biblical
general,
way. Yeah.
you know, give up the things in your life that aren't, benefiting you. You know, like if you're surrounded by people that like aren't a great influence, or you're doing things that aren't great, like if those things that are not benefiting you, you should get those things up.
Here's my quote that I made. I don't know if you guys remember this, but we were in the car on the way to Ultimate Frisbee. Dreams aren't realistic. You have to make them a reality.
Damn, that is so deep, dude. That is so deep.
You
I mean,
you hating on that?
It's like
It's deep, bro. I like it. It's going.
you made
Why are you
that.
saying like?
You said that.
Yeah.
Dreams aren't. Okay, say it again.
Okay, I'll say it again. I literally
No,
said
it's actually going.
dreams aren't realistic. You have to make them a reality.
Wouldn't they be realistic
Dylan,
then?
July 18th, 2021. What I mean by this is a dream is an imagination. And you would say, hey, an imagination, a dream is,
July 18th.
yeah, July 18th.
Weren't we on vacation?
We were in, no? I thought we were on vacation in June. We were in vacation. We were in Hawaii in June.
Were we really?
Yeah.
Oh,
June
yeah,
21st
you're
to June
right.
20th.
I don't think you guys were, because I was on vacation in June. I was on vacation in June, and then there was like a week, and then you guys went.
No, I feel like what? I'm actually confused now.
Oh no, maybe we did go on vacation at the same time.
Yeah.
Because
No,
remember we were doing that one
you
challenge.
came back and then I went and we left.
Shut up,
Anyway,
Jacob.
guys,
Jacob, shut
What
up.
I mean by this is when you just think about imagining things and dreaming, the right now where you are in this present moment, those are not a reality, correct? Like
I
right,
suppose.
I'm an NFL player, and I just made a touchdown and I just scored. That's not reality right now, right?
Are you on the Bucks or the Cowboys?
Okay. But you have to make that a reality.
Mm.
So right now where I'm sitting, it's not a reality. So I'm going to do my best and my be all to make that a reality.
That's
You know
good,
what
Dylan.
so
I
are
like
you saying
that.
like take action into it?
Yeah.
Just like, oh, I want to do this.
No, what I actually
Then do
mean
it,
is
you know what I
take
mean?
it out of your brain and then just plop it right in front
Oh, I was thinking about that, and I was like,
Yep.
I don't think that's what he means.
Will that hurt? Like your head?
of you. No, I've got scalpels are very sharp and they kind of cut like razor blades. You really don't feel anything.
You guys seen that movie Get Out?
So if you were just like
I haven't. That's
If-
Jordan Peele, right?
You've never seen
if
that
you were
movie?
just to
No.
take a scalpel
I
to
watched
your
Us.
head and just pull the
That's a
dream
good
out,
one. I
then
like
you're
that
good.
one.
Dylan, we're done with that topic. We're talking about movies
Wait,
now.
no, I want to talk about quotes real fast.
Oh, here we go.
I have a quote. It was my senior quote. It was by Slow Tie.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
a UK artist. Shout out to you, Slow Tie. I love you. I DM'd you every day for like
No,
8
you
months straight.
Did not.
No response
It's
still.
so
I'm
weird,
really sad.
Jacob.
Same with Madison Bailey. Probably like 6 months straight. No response.
Jacob,
And
huh?
I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Do something about it, man. Anyway, his quote goes, "You can't have a rainbow without a little rain, though.
Hey, that was your senior quote.
I just said it was.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
I mean, I feel like
Hey,
that's
high
like
five for that one.
a
Man.
common concept, but I think that it goes into something that I'm learning right now as a person, and that hard times just make you a more resilient person,
Mm-hmm.
and that's important.
You know what they say? The grass is always greener on the other side.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
What? Know what they say.
Yeah, that's
They
the
say
thing.
the grass is not always greener on the other
No,
side.
it's always the grass is green on the other side. Of the fence.
I don't think that's what it is.
It is.
No, it's the grass is not always greener on the other side. It's like don't compare yourself to others.
Well, no, it's like when you're telling them like, oh, don't think that the grass is always green on the other side. But it's the phrase is the grass is greener on the other side of the fence. That's a common misconception that people have, but it's untrue.
Okay. Anyway, Us was a good movie. I liked it.
I didn't see it.
Did you get?
Oh wait,
What do you guys?
I used to Get Out.
What are you guys' opinions on Donda
Donna
and
was
Drake's
great.
album?
I didn't listen to CBA, CB something, CBA,
I don't know.
CLB,
Certified
CLB,
lover boy.
CLB.
Yeah, I give it a solid 4,
I like.
and I give
Donda.
Donda a solid 7.
Okay, see, Kanye's just better than Drake. Drake is just so corny.
It is recycled garbage.
Everything Drake does is recycled. I wouldn't say it's all garbage, but it's all recycled.
Recycled music. He just makes radio music.
Isn't that kind of like a oxymoron? Recycled garbage?
Top 5 artists currently making music that will be in the books for years to come. Legends that are currently making music.
I have
Top
mine.
5.
Kanye West,
Okay.
Jermaine Cole,
All right.
Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
Now, these next few, like, currently making music, it's a little iffy. There's a lot of different genres out there, you know?
Okay.
So...
Those first 3 I totally agree with, by the way.
You do?
Yeah.
Next, there's just so many different genres, you know? Like, are we talking, like, rap? Because, like...
Anything. Artist, lyrical, poets, whatever.
You're saying my top 5 or, like, the consensus top 5?
Well, whatever you want. I don't know.
I don't know, because, you know, there's, like, people like Billie Eilish and Ariana Grande are up there, but they're not on my list.
They're not on my list either.
Yeah, but I also like. I'm gonna have trouble saying this because his last album I just didn't like. But Tyler the Creator,
Okay.
bring back Flower Boy vibes, you know. And then I don't know. I like people like Frank Ocean. I like people.
about Denzel?
I like Denzel Curry, but I also think he's gonna go down like.
I love the
super
man.
great, you know. Denzi,
I.
we love you, Denzi.
What about Slow? I'll just stop talking.
You can say your list. I know you have like Slow Tie and Denzel Curry.
JPEG Mafia. I don't actually have them on my
John
list.
Bellion.
I'm going to a JPEG Mafia concert later this year
Okay,
in October.
okay, cool.
I just wanted to.
Go to a cool artist.
What the heck,
artist,
Garrett?
And then I care more.
Can't you ever be happy for me?
Sorry.
Gosh, can't wait for you guys to leave college.
I don't
Great.
leave tonight then. You're gonna miss us, Jacob.
YouTubers, podcasters, influencers.
Yeah, I'll visit
You are great people. Don't let Garrett talk to you that way.
Is that still in your mind? I'm sorry. I'm just
kidding.
You know what? I
You're
think
still talking about YouTube.
you guys are great people. I just am not, impacted that much by it. But thank you for impacting and influencing other people.
Thank you for watching The Meadow. This has
Jacob
been
Bueller?
episode 12. And Dylan McDonald. Peace.